Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy. Life was perfect, or so I thought. As a criminal psychology professor at Berkeley, I spent my days teaching students about the dark side of human nature. Ironic, isn't it? I never saw the darkness lurking within my own family until it was almost too late. Professor Anderson, your lecture on digital deception was fascinating. My students often lingered after class. But today my mind was elsewhere. Wedding preparations were in full swing, and my fiancé Victor was on his way to pick me up for venue hunting. Thanks, everyone. Remember, people's true colors often hide behind the prettiest filters. If only I had paid more attention to my own advice. Victor's sleek Tesla pulled up outside the lecture hall. He stepped out, his smile still making my heart skip even after 2 years together. Ready to find our perfect spot, future Mrs. Mitchell? Victor could have afforded any venue with his success as a tech entrepreneur, but we wanted something meaningful. You've hit the jackpot with this one, my sister Lisa gushed as we toured the fourth venue. Her tone dripped with sugary charm. Paul never put this much effort into our wedding, she added with a pointed glance at her husband, who was glued to his phone. The botanical gardens are perfect, I exclaimed. Victor, imagine exchanging vows under that gorgeous arch. Whatever makes you happy, babe, Victor said, squeezing my hand. Lisa's eyes narrowed, though her smile remained intact. Later, at my dress fitting, Lisa insisted on documenting every moment. Your Instagram followers will die over this, she said, snapping photos as I tried on my dream dress. She had volunteered to handle my wedding social media, though I barely used it myself. Isn't this neckline a bit much for a professor? She asked, snapping another picture. I mean, you want your students to focus on your lectures, right? The dress is perfect, Mom defended me. But Lisa wasn't done. Remember my wedding, Mom? My dress was featured in that bridal magazine. She sighed dramatically. Of course, Nancy's will probably get more attention since Victor's family is so connected. At the cake tasting, Lisa kept disappearing with her phone. Just posting updates, she chirped. But through a reflection, I saw her hunched over my purse while Victor and I sampled flavors. Everything okay? Victor whispered, noticing my distraction. She's just excited, I replied, brushing off my unease. Funny how a psychology professor can be so blind when it comes to family. The red flags kept coming. During our engagement photo shoot, Lisa positioned herself as the unofficial second photographer. Let me get some behind-the-scenes content, she said. But she spent more time sneaking glances at my phone than snapping pictures. The final straw came at my bridal shower. Lisa offered to document everything and borrowed my phone to show off my Pinterest board. Through the French doors, I saw her frantically typing, her face lit by my screen. She's really into this wedding, my friend Emma commented. Yeah, I replied, my smile faltering as I watched Lisa's reflection. If only I'd known how into it she truly was. The morning of my wedding dawned bright and beautiful. Sunlight streamed through the resort's penthouse as my makeup artist worked her magic. Everything was perfect, my dream dress, an oceanfront venue, and Victor waiting downstairs. You the most beautiful bride, Lisa gushed, hovering with her phone. Let me capture every moment for your wedding video. My parents beamed from the corner. Both our girls had stunning weddings, Mom said. But this one's definitely more extravagant, Lisa added, her voice tinged with that familiar edge. The ceremony began like a fairy tale. 300 guests filled the oceanfront garden. Victor's eyes glistened as I walked down the aisle. Stop, Lisa's voice shattered the moment. She rushed forward, phone in hand, her face contorted with feigned distress. I'm sorry, but I can't let this happen. The giant screens meant for our wedding video flickered to life. Messages appeared, texts, photos, and timestamps that painted a sordid picture of an affair between Paul and me. Gasps echoed through the crowd. Victor's grip on my hands tightened. Nancy, he whispered, his voice steady. Look at me. Did you do this? No, Victor. I swear I didn't. I believe you. He turned to Lisa, his tone sharp. You've got some explaining to do. Lisa faltered. But the messages, the timestamps. Victor pulled out his phone. Are as fake as your concern. Nancy was in Denver giving a lecture the night of our engagement party. I was there. Want to keep going. The color drained from Lisa's face as her perfect plan unraveled. She hadn't counted on Victor's trust. Doubt about his family's influence on my parents' shame. That's what Lisa had banked on. Instead, she'd given me the greatest wedding gift imaginable. Proof that I was marrying a man who trusted me, knew me, and would stand by my side against anyone, even my own sister. 2 days after my ruined wedding, I sat in Victor's high-tech office, Lisa's laptop in front of me. I had taken it from my parents' house, and now I was about to put my forensics expertise to its most personal use yet. Your sister made one crucial mistake, Victor said, connecting specialized equipment to the laptop. She tried to frame a professor who teaches digital deception. His tech team was already on the case. Within hours, we had our first breakthrough. Look at this, Victor said, leaning closer as data filled the screen. Message Master Pro, premium version. 3 separate purchases, all tied to Lisa's credit card. The first purchase was 8 days after she volunteered to handle your wedding social media. Victor said. She was already plotting. Further digging into the laptop revealed even more damning evidence. Hundreds of practice attempts at fabricating messages, timestamps, and location data. Screenshots painstakingly edited to perfection. She didn't even bother hiding this, I muttered, scrolling through file after file. She never expected us to look, Victor replied grimly. She thought her wedding performance would leave everyone too shocked to question the evidence. The office door burst open. Paul stormed in, waving his phone. I got proof, he said, setting it on the desk. Photos from the Tokyo conference, time-stamped hotel receipts, passport stamps, everything showing I was halfway across the world during those supposed meetings with Nancy. And I was in Denver giving lectures, I added, pulling up videos. Victor attended 3 of them, and we've got dozens of witnesses. My phone buzzed. Marcus, the resort's head of security, had something. Minutes later, we were in the control room, watching security footage. Look at this, Marcus said, pulling up videos from multiple nights. Lisa appeared on screen, sneaking into the business center after hours, testing different phones, taking staged photos, practicing shots. The evidence piled up, fake coffee shop receipts, doctored security footage, and then Victor's tech team cracked an encrypted folder on Lisa's laptop labeled Operation Wedding Crash. Inside was Lisa's detailed playbook, a step-by-step guide to sabotaging my wedding. Family dynamics carefully analyzed, reactions predicted, the timing of her interruption choreographed for maximum impact. This isn't just jealousy, Paul whispered, staring at the files. This is pathological. This is someone who's been planning my downfall since the moment Victor proposed, I said, my voice tight. Victor's phone buzzed. Breaking news. Lisa's throwing a party tomorrow night, he said. Chandler Hotel. She's invited half the city's elite to celebrate saving the family from scandal. She's even planning a full multimedia presentation. I stared at the mountain of evidence on the table, then at Victor. Slowly, a smile crept across my face. The Chandler has state-of-the-art projection systems, doesn't it? The best in the city, Victor confirmed, catching on. Lisa wants to give a presentation, I said, gathering the drives. Let's give her an audience she'll never forget. Paul checked his phone. She just texted me, asking me to testify about how Nancy tricked me. Perfect. I closed Lisa's laptop. She'll get her dramatic moment, just not the one she planned. Tomorrow night, my sister would learn a hard lesson. Never try to frame someone who literally wrote the textbook on exposing digital deception. With the truth loaded, backed up, and ready to deploy, I turned to Victor. Ready to crash Lisa's party? He asked, sliding the final drive into place. More than ready. It's time to teach her that some lessons come with receipts and consequences. The truth was set to blow up her lies, and I couldn't wait for tomorrow. The atmosphere in the ballroom at the Chandler Hotel buzzed with anticipation. Lisa stood at the center, addressing the city's elite with a champagne flute in hand. Tonight, we gathered to discuss a painful but necessary intervention. She began, her voice oozing false sincerity. Sometimes protecting family honor requires difficult choices. Behind her, the massive screens teased blurred snippets of so-called evidence designed to ruin me once and for all. Guests mingled around champagne fountains, oblivious to what was about to unfold. Speaking of choices, I called out, striding in with Victor at my side. Let's discuss some of yours, sister. Lisa froze, her champagne glass halfway to her lips. This is a private event, she snapped, regaining her composure. Perfect. I replied, gesturing to the security guards now sealing the exits. More witnesses. Victor stepped forward, easily accessing the presentation system. The screens flickered, and Lisa's credit card statements appeared for everyone to see. Message Master Pro, premium version. Purchased exactly 8 days after she volunteered to handle my wedding social media. Interesting timing, wouldn't you agree? Victor said, his voice calm but cutting. That's not. Lisa lunged for the controls, but security restrained her as more evidence appeared. The ballroom fell silent as security footage of Lisa's late-night plotting sessions played on the massive screens, followed by her meticulously detailed planning documents. Timestamps revealed Paul was in Tokyo during the supposed rendezvous she fabricated. Oh, and everyone should see this. I advanced the presentation to a document labeled Operation Wedding Crash. The audience gasped as Lisa's step-by-step playbook filled the screens, analyzing family dynamics, predicting reactions, even practicing her devastated expressions in the mirror. "You're manipulating everything." Lisa screamed, her voice cracking as she struggled against security. "Like these manipulated messages," Victor countered, displaying edit logs from the app she used to forge conversations. "Or these doctored photos?" The software's editing history filled the screens, exposing her practice attempts. Paul stood slowly, his face pale but resolute. "I want a divorce, Lisa. This is sick." Our parents, who had been proudly seated at her table moments earlier, now stared at their eldest daughter in horror. "All this," Dad said, his voice trembling, "because your sister was happy." Lisa's polished mask finally shattered. "She gets everything," she shrieked. "The perfect career, the wealthy fiancé, the dream wedding. I just wanted—" Her voice faltered as tears streamed down her face. "To destroy my happiness because you couldn't stand it." I finished coldly. "How's that working out for you?" Lisa lunged at me, mascara streaking down her face, but security intercepted her. Around the room, society friends turned their backs, some discreetly recording her meltdown. Lisa's carefully constructed social world crumbled in real time. 3 weeks later, Victor and I stood beneath the arch at our original venue, an intimate botanical garden overlooking the ocean. This time, our wedding was small, attended only by those who truly mattered. "Think she's watching?" I whispered as Victor and I exchanged vows. "Security spotted her car," he murmured back, "but she can't touch this moment." Lisa's life had collapsed spectacularly. Paul filed for divorce, citing her erratic behavior and criminal deception. Our parents cut all ties, and her once enviable social circle abandoned her. The last I heard, she left town, disgraced and alone. During our first dance, I caught a glimpse of her through the garden gates. This time, her mascara was intact, but her eyes were hollow. Our gazes locked briefly before security escorted her away for good. Victor dipped me dramatically, and I smiled up at him. "Ready to start our real adventure, Professor?" "Already living it," he replied, his eyes warm. Sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't just exposing lies, it's thriving despite them. As I danced in the arms of a man who believed in me when even my own family didn't, I knew I had won. Karma had come with receipts, security footage, and one excellent forensics expert. What would you do if your sibling plotted to destroy your happiness? Would you expose them publicly like I did, or handle it privately? Could you ever forgive them? Let's talk about family betrayal. Where do you draw the line between forgiveness and self-respect? Share your thoughts below.